Next, I will prepare to put the top strip on, and I will place it flush with the top, and then I'll move it up about 1/8 of an inch, and with a pen I will scribe a line across there, as you can see. This will be a guideline for our cement. And I will now apply a solvent-based contact cement up to the line and all the way to the top. And now I will apply cement to the back of our top strip. And then I will put this aside and let it dry until it gets tacky. I will do this to both the front and the back. Now that my cement has dried until it's tacky, I can very carefully place my top strip flush with the body leather, press it into place. I will do that to both the front and the back. It is now time to prepare to stitch the top strips in place. So I will use a stitching chisel to punch the holes across the top and across this part. And now, using the 2-needle saddle stitching method, I will stitch all the way across the top and across the bottom of our tab that we have put on here. We will do this to both the front and the back. It is now time to add our fringe. I'll start by putting a line of contact cement along the edge, about 1/4 of an inch wide. We'll do this all the way around. I will also put a line of cement on the fringe, as you can see, about 1/4 of an inch wide as well. And now I will very carefully apply my fringe, as you can see, about 1/4 of an inch in from the edge. May need to gather it a little bit as you go around the corner. And now we will do the same thing to attach the other half of our fringe. And now I will continue with my fringe, once again doing a little gathering as I go around this corner. You may have some extra left as you reach the top, and now it's just a matter of taking the shears and cutting it off flush with the top of the bag. Next, I will apply cement in the same manner, about 1/4 of an inch wide, around the edge of the back piece. And now I will very carefully put a line of cement onto my fringe, once again about 1/4 of an inch wide. We do this all the way around. I have allowed my cement to dry, and now I will put the snap together, and I will very carefully now put the other piece on, as you can see. I have decided to stitch the bag together with some white 5/32 or buck stitch lace, and so I will use the angled punch, and I will punch around the edge. I will start here at the top, being careful not to cut the threads of my stitching that went across. And I will punch all the way through all of the thicknesses. I'm staying in 1/4 of an inch from the edge. And now I will punch all the way around with this chisel. And now, as you can see, I am running a buck stitch, and I will continue all the way around to the other side. Now that we have completed our lacing, it's time to prepare for the shoulder strap. And I will first take a 1/8 inch round drive punch, and I will punch a hole as shown on our pattern. I will punch all the way through all of the thicknesses of the leather. And I will punch one of those holes in each of the 2 corners. I will now prepare to put the D-ring in place. I will first pass a large rivet through the strap, as you can see. I'll push it through the leather, put the D-ring in place, fold this over, put it through the other hole, I will put the cap in place, and then with the rivet setter, I will set the rivet. And now our D-ring is in place. We will do that, of course, with the other corner as well. To make the shoulder strap, I have chosen some 1/4 inch latigo lace, and I will attach that to these 2 bolt snaps. I will do that by turning it over. By the way, this strap is about 50 inches long for the average size woman. And of course, you can vary that to make it as long as you would like. So I'll put I'll put contact cement on the back of these ends about 2 inches in, and then I will let them dry until they get tacky. I have allowed the cement to dry until it's tacky, and now I will pass it through the eye of the bolt snap and fold it back 1 inch and stick it tightly. I will do the same thing to the other end. Go through the D, fold it back, and stick it into place. And now I will use a 1/8 inch punch. I will punch a hole through both thicknesses. And now I will use a medium-sized rivet go through the hole, put the cap on, and then set it with the rivet setter. Now I will do the same thing to the other end. And now, to finish the bag, all we have to do is attach the bolt snap to the D-ring, and our bag is ready to use.